Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hello. Let me make sure I get everything turned up. How are you all doing today? Welcome to a very cloudy India. Alphonsine, bonjour, how's it going? Kayla, how's it going? It's a very cloudy, rainy day in India. But we're going to be flying the Kuro 787 mod, the version 2 mod, over to Dubai. So this should be a fun flight. Only one flight today, but it's a 3-hour flight, so not really such a thing as really short flights when it comes to 787s, so should be good nonetheless. Yeah, it looks like it's raining now. So we'll go ahead and get this thing turned on and get everything rolling. And Kayla, I will check Snapchat, don't worry. I see your text. Alright, we'll get the nav light, logo light on. Make sure the emergency light's going. I apologize, I do not speak French. I'm gonna whack that in the old Google Translate real quick. See, I'm doing good. I don't know how to say that in French, or I would say it in French. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I apologize. I am a typical American who knows one language. So I apologize. All right. I don't think we're going to turn on any interior lights because really we're not going to need them once we get up above the clouds. So we'll go ahead and get the FMC programmed and then we'll get out of here. I promise I will do this as fast as I can because I know this is a pretty boring thing to watch. Let me get the fuel loaded up. Got 40,000 pounds of fuel. I'm aware they do kilograms everywhere that's not the US. My flight sim is set to pounds, so that's what I have to work with. And takeoff weight, 347,000 pounds. That'll be good, 348, that'll work. Your full name is 8 names long? Holy crap. That's crazy. Mine is 3. So, okay, here's a question. I've always wondered this because when I went through school, there wasn't very many people that had long names, like a bunch of different names in their full name. So when you were in school, or if you are in school, when they do like the first day of school roll call to, you know, say everybody's name, do they say all 8 names? I'm curious. I've always wondered this. Okay, we are at VIDP, which is New Delhi. And we are going from New Delhi to Dubai. OMDB. Then we are AIC 929. Get that plugged in. And then the runway for takeoff has us doing 11 right, which is in... or 11 left, which is invalid. Interesting. Let me check Navigraph and see how invalid that is. Oh, was it a Catholic tradition? I don't know. I know nothing about traditional norms. I'll be honest. I figured, you know, there would be parts of the world that would be the norm. Okay, so it says 11 right. Is that, why is that not valid? What are the options we have in the sim? We're gonna take off runway 10. Teachers use first name and last name. Okay, okay. Baptism and confirmation names. Interesting. I did not know that. Because when I was going through school, most of the time it was just my first and last name, but there were a few teachers who would read my first, middle, and last name. It's because my first name is a pretty generic name, I'll be honest. Okay, so we'll take runway 10. I need to change this in Navigraph to runway 10. And we'll pick the correct departure. Okay, perfect. So now I can get the flight plan plugged in. Got SURAM G333 to Miran. R471. The thing that's nice about, well, really anywhere in the world except for the US and Flight Sim is everywhere has airways. So as opposed to typing in a ridiculously longer number of waypoints than what I'm typing in right now, you can just do these airways and it cuts down on the amount of waypoints you have to put in, which is nice. I need to align the IRS, actually, so that the map will eventually show up here. Solov. M316 Catus. $791. Waldo. We're almost there, I promise. Just a few more. Just a few more. Tuxie. Then P699. Oh, Kayla. My aunt found your earring. I have it, by the way. They were able to find it. Okay. So those are plugged in. Yeah. Sure, you won't be able to see it, but there you go. It's right there. Okay. Let's get the rest of this plugged in real quick. We're going up to flight level 400, 40,000 feet. We'll get that in. Cruise index is 15. I will let her know. Do that. Reserves 4.3. Execute. We'll use a takeoff D rate of 1. Should be fine. For flaps, let's do flaps 15. Yeah, we'll try that. See how it goes. So we have the trim. I always set the trim a little bit lower, so it's giving us 5.5. I'm gonna go down to 5.25. Just so it doesn't want to fling our nose off the ground while we're trying to take off. Get FS Realistic connected. Put in 40,000 feet. And then I also need to pre-file this real quick. So give me just 1 second here. Family is Catholic, but you originally had 3 names to being born in America, hence your English. Was adopted by your French family. 1 mother and 9 sisters. Oh, wow. You chose your first name while your mom chose your 7 middle names. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. I think I'm understanding. So we have 1 family in our extended family that's Catholic, but I don't really know the ins and outs of how that works, especially like naming wise or different names and stuff like that. So it's really interesting to learn about. I always like learning about stuff that I'm not purview to in my life situation, if that makes sense. Okay, VATSIM is filed. You get vPilot connected and get plugged in and everything. And we should be ready to roll. Yeah, I see 929 B788. Boom. Also, I'm not wearing a hat today. I decided to risk it. Decided to risk going on stream without a hat. There is somebody else here. There? I don't think so. You were shocked? Was shocking? Gotta keep them on your keep them on their toes, you know what I mean? Check somewhere. Somebody else is here. At least I heard another jet. Thought I did anyway. Maybe not. Okay. Never mind. Nobody else is here. We're alone. Alrighty. So we got the APU started up. We will get ready for the pushback. Prepare for pushback and departure. We got the APU going. We'll get the beacon on. They are ready for pushback. So when we push back, we want to go nose to the right, it looks like. Let's let stuff load here.
Departure check completed. Bypass being inserted.
Okay. I had to do some work on my computer because it was messing up and everything, but I think we're okay now. I was running into the issue where the program called Desktop Window Manager, which is a default Microsoft service, was just destroying my GPU. It was just nailing my GPU at 100%. So I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't play games. I was just trying to play Battlefield with Roller Coaster, who's a buddy of mine. I just couldn't do it. But finally got that all sorted. I can play things now, and that should help the stream too. So it shouldn't be, when I go to the outside view, it shouldn't be all choppy and everything anymore. At least not as choppy. After all, it's still a flight sim, so it's not going to be perfect. All right, nose to the right, tail to the left. Right? Yeah.
Release parking brakes.
All right. Releasing the parking brakes.
Commencing push.
And we're pushing back out of here.
Start at will.
So we'll get engine number 2 rolling. Jump straight down here. Flip the switch for the auto start. We'll get that engine started up. Naming children in Catholic family are either named after older relatives, great-grandparents, grandparents, parents, or saints. Gotcha, okay. That makes sense. I've noticed that because I've noticed that a lot of people who are Catholic are named either after, I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that are named after parents, like down the line, family line, but there's also a lot of Catholic people who I know who are named after different saints and such. Your case, middle names are from aunts. Your first name comes from a list of names book. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That your explanation helps me understand, because when you initially said 8 names, I'm like, whoa. All right, we'll set the parking brake. We'll get the left engine rolling. Let's come up here. Flip it over to start. We'll get the auto start rolling on that one. Should be able to see it start spooling up here.
Unlocking gear.
Now let the engine spool up, but I need to go double check and make sure my control profile is set to the 787, or that could get really interesting. As that's going, give me just a sec. I need to make sure that 787. Okay, we're good. I want to go to take off and then have some weird stuff happen. All right, so we got 2 good engine starts, it looks like. Make sure we get the packs on.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alphonsine, Henrietta, Belle, Marie, Louisiana, Michelle, Yvette, Tremblay. Okay. Gotcha. That's honestly pretty cool. All right, let me grab the weather here. It's raining, duh. QNH is 1004. Just gotta scroll this down a bit. There we go. Make sure the recirc fan is on. There we go. Get flaps 15 set. That's what we want. Hyacinth? I hope I'm saying that right. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome. Hang on just 1 second here. And Araya, how's it going? How are y'all doing today? Okay. Do I remember you? Of course I do, Price. How are you doing? Welcome back. Why is the oil temp so low? Did the right engine not start? Uh-oh. Oh, the fuel pumps aren't on. Ha ha ha, that would do it. Think they left just before I responded? Dang. Sometimes I'm just a little slow with the responding. Your phone's at 8%. Oh man, gotta charge that phone. I always get uncomfortable whenever my phone's at a really low percent. Like when I hit 10%, I usually do at work because I watch videos all day at work. But it always stresses me out when my phone gets a low battery percentage. Love the Queenstown video. Thanks. Hey, no worries. No worries. That was a fun flight. One of these days I want to go back the other way and land at Queenstown. Okay, we'll come up here, make sure the APU is turned off, which it is. Now that we actually have two engines running, set 144 for the V2. And we can get rolling. So this should be a pretty short taxi. We're just gonna go up here and make a right turn and then we'll turn onto the runway. So nothing too crazy there. Currently charging your iPad. It's at 9%. You know, you people let your electronics get that low. It's crazy. Although I guess also you're supposed to let the battery get low on your electronics to preserve the battery. But I never do. Correct, you think 1/8's the sick approach. I know one of the approaches is a really cool approach. I want to go do it one of these days. Did I just get a contact me? Oh shoot. That ain't good. Let me get ready for that. Last night checked, there wasn't anybody on. Alright, well. Here we go, we're about to get yelled at. Let's see here, 118.1.
On my frequency.
New Delhi Tower, Air India 929er. Apologize about that. I didn't see you online. We are here short of... Apologies, short of Charlie looking for IFR clearance to Dubai.
Next right on November 7 and hold short of runway 10 on Kilo 6.
Roger, next ride on November 7 will hold short of runway 10 on Kilo 6 for Air India 929er.
And Air India 929er, have your clearance advice ready to copy.
And Air Canada 929 or Air India 929er is ready to copy.
Echo departure, initial climb 2600 feet, final 40, flight level 400, squawk 0525.
And Tower, can we get that initial altitude one more time?
And a 929, that will be 2600 feet.
Air India 9029er cleared to destination as filed. The Serum 6 or 5 Echo departure. Initial altitude 2600. Flight level 400, 10 minutes after squawking 0525 for Air India 9029er. I think I butchered that.
Readback is correct. Disregard.
Roger, readback correct for Air India 9029er. What happened? ATC came online, and I wasn't expecting it, and I wasn't ready, so I panicked. Alright, is there departure on? Alright, we'll turn on November 7. This is gonna have to do because this is the only November taxiway we have. And we'll need a minute short of the runway to replan this departure. I'm looking for... So give us the Serum 6 Echo, which is for runway 09, so I'm not too sure about that. Looks like it's the same departure, either way. Alright, initial altitude is 2,600. So we got that in. Alright. Take a deep breath. Everything's fine. Apologize about that, chat. I was not ready. There's a classic example of not being prepared for ATC. All right, we are short. Things should be good. Okay. Let me just double check something here.
And the 929 squawk 0525 and advise ready for departure.
Damn, fucking squawk shit. Squawking 0525. We'll get that plugged in right now. Sorry about that for Air India 9029er. Alright, let's get that plugged in. And Tower, Air India 9029er is fully ready short of runway 10.
And the 929 tanks, surface winds are 100 degrees, 05 knots, runway 10 clear for takeoff.
Runway 10 cleared for takeoff, Air India 9029er. Thank you. You can see a private jet flying above you. Nice. Alright, we get the auto throttle armed. We got our iCast switched over. So we should be good. We got the lights on. TCAS is on. We get the wing lights on as well. Strobe lights and taxi lights on. We'll get lined up here. Make sure we get you a little bit of volume. Go throttles 40%. And toga. We'll get out of here. And we're rolling. There's 80 knots. And our V1 rotate. Our throttles decided to come down. A positive climb, gear going up. What is going on with our flight plan? What in the nut is happening?
India 929 and upward ADC monitor Unicom 122.8, happy landing.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Thank you so much for hopping on for us. Sorry about not being ready. We'll catch you next time. Air India 929er. Alright, with no further ATC, go ahead and climb up a little bit. I'm gonna get the autopilot on just so I can get kind of situated here. Alright, start cleaning the plane up. Give flaps 1. And flaps up. Jump down to our radio. 122.8 plugged in. There we go. And now we're a little situated. All right. When you're flying on VATSIM, always be ready for ATC, because you never know when they're going to come on. All right, our first restriction is 10,000 feet at Uxaba. And I'm not sure, since I went alt intervene, if it's going to stop us there, so I'm just going to leave 10,000 feet plugged in. We'll leave that for now. Transition altitude was 5,000, so we're already through that, so we'll go to standard. Let's get weather and traffic on. All right. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. How to be unprepared. All right, so tower is on. There's another plane flying in. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go alt intervene just so we can get out of this guy's way. And we'll blow past this altitude restriction. Since there's another plane coming in, we'll just try to get out of the way and make sure we're well out of the way. So get the landing lights off. Since we're above 10,000, we'll get a lot of the exterior lights off as well. We'll leave the strobes on. We do have the weather radar up, so we can keep an eye. Make sure we don't fly through any storm cells. We should be good. That was just a mad dash of try to scribble down everything he's telling me as quickly as I can. Because, I mean, most of the time when I'm flying and there's ATC online, it's usually in the US. Because, like, the times that I'm able to fly, it's the afternoon, evening here in the US. A lot of people are able to be on, so on and so forth. Everything's good. But, so if that were to happen and we were flying in the US, it'd be like, oh, yeah, no big deal. But, any other parts of the world where I'm not comfortable with ATC, like it's been years since I've flown with ATC in Europe. So if we were flying in Europe and that happened, I'd be freaking out because I'd have no idea what to do. But I'm just glad I didn't get chewed out for trying to taxi without getting ATC clearance. If it happens, it's never the end of the world because, you know, mistakes happen. At the end of the day, this isn't real life. In real life, if I were to do that, I would probably get written up and interviewed by whatever India's equivalent of the FAA is. But in a simulator, it's no big deal. Let's jump over here and get a wing view for a little bit. So I downloaded, this is the Kuro 787 mod. It's basically, at least this version of it, they're working on a new version, which is supposedly coming out pretty soon. But this version of it is just a modified version of the default 787, which is the 787-10. They just scrunched it down to the 787-8 size, which is the shortest one. But I have that. I installed a sound pack, which is the VKBsim sound pack, because the default 787 sounds like a hairdryer. And then I also installed a WingFlex mod, but I'm not really sure what exactly that does. Supposedly more accurate WingFlex, so I guess our WingFlex is looking good. So that should be golden. Should be good at least. But I've flown this a few times and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. My favorite jets to fly for longer flights and shorter flights. I'm gonna see if I can do this while I'm in the sim. Limit FPS, because the my GPU is sitting at 100% right now. I don't know if I can do this while I'm here, but we'll try it. Alright, I set the maximum frame rate. Looks like it's not changing. So I guess that'll have to be a thing that'll take effect the next time I use the sim. But a lot of people who stream either have like a 4090 or something ridiculous, or they use two computers to stream flight sim. I'm not that lucky, so I just have to work with what I got. Which so far it works perfectly fine. How good is the ground texture here? It looks okay. It's not the best that I've seen in the sim, but some countries are weird about ground data being used by like Bing Maps or Google Maps, which Google uses, or Microsoft Flight Simulator uses Bing to do the photogrammetry and stuff like that. So sometimes you can run into issues where, I know there's been issues in Japan. There's definitely issues in China. So you can run into issues in a few places. So the Fokker F28 finally came out. And I'm pretty excited. I want to get my hands on this. I want to try it. It looks pretty darn good. Why is it such a small picture? It's all steam gauges flying with VORs and stuff like that, so there's no fancy FMC or anything in it. But I am excited to give it a shot. I really want to get it and fly it. I like doing classic VOR stuff. Picture's just not loading now? My first plane flight ever was on a Fokker 100 as a little child. A terrible flight, and I still remember all the unpleasant details on an airline that shall remain nameless. This might be the closest I will get to giving my virtual passengers the same traumatic experience. I love that. It's more modern, books are more open. People saying you can't fly these older planes on VATSIM. You can. You just got to work around a little bit. In the US, there's still VORs everywhere, so you can fly VOR perfectly fine. And I know in Europe, a lot of the VORs are decommissioned, so you have to get creative there, but you can still do it. I remember back in the day in X-Plane, we used to fly 727s around in VATSIM. There's not a whole lot new around here, though, in terms of news. I mean, we just had FS Expo, so I'm not hugely expecting anything major. People still complaining about the PMDG EFB, which I agree. PMDG shouldn't have promised a feature and then not deliver it. Not much new here either. There's a dark mode for Threshold? Alright. I'll take it. Product overview and tutorials. A new PC 12. Is this coming for MSFS? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to stream general aviation because people mainly want to see the airliners, which I don't blame them because airliners are fun. But this F-28 I'm pretty excited about. I'm excited to give it a try. I think r/FlightSim opened up. It did. We can see people's cool screenshots now. People posting about the F-28. What is this? Airbus side stick versus side stick X. Side stick X also PM or Thrustmaster. Oh, looks like it's the same thing, just one of them's for Xbox. Rule changes. Oh wow, Reddit has made it clear that the needs of the volunteer moderators who have curated this community are insignificant. So the community rules are changing to reflect moderators' newly diminished ability to do our job. Damn. All right. Reddit has been going through some shit. I'll be honest. I kind of want to try this too, the BAE 146. I don't know, I feel like I'll get more use out of the fucker. I do miss flying the A340, an X-plane. That plane was fun to fly. People playing Flight Sim on their Steam Deck? Nice. It'd be cool if we got this Elton 11 ported into MSFS. I'd love flying that. This is the most clickbait YouTube video I have ever seen in my life. Holy crap. I am willing to bet that this isn't even somebody talking.
Over here and click on the name section.
Oh, it is somebody talking. I'm curious.
Post down below in the comments and let me know what you've got on your PC. So one of the things that's going to take place when you've got all these different NVIDIA containers and telemetries and share folders open is that it's going to try to be communicating and doing all this behind the scenes.
So what's he do? Just
JFK, your frame rates drop. Let's get into how you can do this on yours in the description. So you're going to go all the way down to the bottom. And then right down here where it says download location is the RTX 3080 Ti, the operating system that your downloads folder or wherever you
is this downloading modded drivers?
and you want to unzip the Guru in safe mode. So running your PC in safe mode may seem like you click on the startup setting, plug the Ethernet.
I don't know about this. I would only get official drivers. Seems a little clickbaity. I'm curious. I want to see what people's flight sim setups look like. See an A320 Neo Air News. Oh. The Air New Zealand livery looks so good on the Neo. This desk is a little bit too cluttered for my liking. I don't like how... I'm not a big fan of the scrunched in keyboard. See, I have a keyboard like this. I have a... oh, I forget what it's called. A 65% keyboard. Here it is. I love this keyboard. It sucks for flight sim. That's my 65% keyboard. It is absolutely horrible for flight sim because the way I have my flight sim set up to change views, I use the number pad. Well, this keyboard doesn't have a number pad. If anybody's interested, this is the Razer Huntsman Mini. Absolutely awesome keyboard. But if you use your number pad, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you just want a good gaming keyboard, this thing is absolutely crazy. I love this thing. It's USB-C, detachable, everything like that. I love this keyboard. It's so great. I just need to figure out something to do with it because I don't use it on my computer anymore because I need the number pad. But I ended up getting, I forget what this thing's called. It's the PC, or it's the glorious GMMK2. It has the number pad, but it's a 96% keyboard, so it's still a little scrunched down. Where was I going with this? Oh, I don't like how his, and of course everybody's setup's going to be different, but this is as far as his flight controls are apart, and that just seems a little crunched, you know? I Like I have mine. They're pretty far, pretty decent, decent amount apart. Like mine are. I have no idea if you can see this. Far. About that far apart. Let's see what else people have. This is cool. I kind of like this one. Putting the, having the drawer. My dude needs a, needs a chair upgrade. It's the same one used in Casino Royale to smash Bonz's balls. Looks like it. Got a joystick and throttle, yeah. I wish when I got my Honeycomb, I was looking at how to mount this, because if I put it on my desk, it's too high. And I don't want to raise my chair because then it's not comfortable for the way I sit to have my feet flat on the ground. But my desk doesn't go any lower. So I was trying to figure out how to mount this. I ended up doing like a real ghetto rigged under the table mounting for it. But I wish at the time the Reddit was up so I could go look and see what other people are doing. I'm a fan of this guy's setup. Put my monitor higher. The monitor that I use doesn't rise. It doesn't have any height adjustment. But it's not even that. It's just trying to have somewhat decent posture. Like when I sit with good posture, my feet are flat on the ground. But if I raise my chair up, that won't be the case. So I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm too used to the way my setup is right now and I don't want to change it. Could be that too. Dang, this guy has like a whole stand set up for his flight sim stuff. I like that. Because then when you're not doing flight sim, you can just shove it out of the way. Cable management needs a little bit of work though, I'll be honest. Ooh, this guy's, that's clean. He ain't got no cables on that desk. Look at that. This Yoko yoke though is like $1,000. Yeah, it's $1,000 yoke. Yoko yoke. Sorry, $1,600 yoke. It went up in price. It looks like it's still... Yeah, it's expensive. So my dude is rich because he has the yoke. And then he has the throttles. Is that Yoko? I can't tell. Maybe they're not the Yoko throttles. TQG or TQ... Yeah, they are. TQ6, there it is. Dang. I tell you, some people that are into flight sim are like super stinking rich. I don't know how people are able to get this stuff. Or outside of that, how people can justify spending it on flight sim. You know what I mean? Not knocking flight sim, obviously, because I'm a flight sim streamer, but I don't know, like $1,000 yoke, $1,000 throttles, $1,000 rudder pedals. You know what I mean? Qantas 737. Nice. What airline's better, Qantas or Air New Zealand? Or Jetstar? You're on that side of the world, so I figure you're the best person to ask. Got a dual PC setup going on. Got a PC down here, PC up here. He's got these cool speakers. I think they're Logitech speakers. We're rocking a table to put the keyboard on, which I kind of like because you can get the keyboard off to the side where you don't really need it in front of you. We got the Honeycomb products, which I'm a fan of. I still really want the Honeycomb yoke. Let's look at this one. Jetstar pays the most, around 300,000. Air New Zealand's the best personally, but it only pays 1 to 200,000 a year. Never been on Qantas or Virgin. We don't have Virgin here in the US anymore. We used to have Virgin America, but Alaska bought them. They had the infamous safety song. That was like the biggest meme for the longest time in flight sim. It was everywhere. But they got bought out by Alaska. His first comment, I agree with this. There's a lot of flight sim stuff here. You had the BAE and the 757 laying there as well. Nice. I love the 757. One's being developed for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're gonna fly the crap out of that when it comes out. I love this. Love the 757. Show us some vape tricks? I don't have any. It's not a habit that I'm proud of, so I don't practice any. What's with this one? Oh, this is Flight Chops. Okay. Yeah, it's simple enough. What's up, Ninja? Do I have Instagram? I do. And I don't think I put it in the description, did I? Let me find it. It's kind of out of commission at the moment because I don't know, I'm not really an Instagram user very much. But here, let me get it for you. If you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram. Once I don't know, I figure once I start using Instagram, I'll be a little bit better at sharing it. Mainly right now, every once in a while I'll post screenshots or stuff like that. Ninja, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm currently going through and looking at people's flight sim setups and judging them. Is that all? Is that all we have under setups? This dude has his stuff connected to a recliner? Hold on. Look at that. He has a dadgum recliner. Dude, that's flight sim in style. Relax, put your feet up. How about that? Looks like he does VR. It looks like a VR headset. There's another VR headset down there too. What's with this one? I kind of like this one a little bit. I'm not sure about this panel. I've always found it kind of weird having the random panels set up. Like, I mean, I see the use for it, obviously, but I don't know. My personal aesthetics, I probably wouldn't do something like that. Like having a FMC, a physical FMC, or a MCP or anything like that. But I do like how he has the drawer under here, or like the cabinet here that he can put his honeycomb in. That's pretty cool. I like that. Kind of gets it down low where you would think it would be. Air New Zealand with the black livery? Dude, the black livery is awesome. The black livery on the Air New Zealand jets is one of my favorite liveries. Like, Air New Zealand itself has one of my favorite liveries, but that black one is just so good. In case anybody hasn't seen it. This is a very good looking livery. I know they have an A320. There we go. Drop me off at the best plane spotting, so you're watching while planes fly in and take off. Hey, I respect that. I respect it. This livery looks so cool. But apparently, black weighs more than white, which is why they don't do every plane in that black livery. Also absorbs heat from the sun instead of reflecting it off. ATR. It looks so good. That's a livery. That is a livery. An actual photo from ATR themselves. Look at that. Air New Zealand used to do 747s. I miss seeing 747s. So at the airport by me, Kansas City, there is a aircraft boneyard. Let's see if I can see this on Google Maps Street View. It's kind of a mini aircraft boneyard. You cannot get to it. They will run you off the property. And they do not let anybody go to it, which kind of stinks. Like, you can't even go take pictures. Let me go to satellite view. Like, if they catch you there taking pictures of the planes there, they'll tell you to leave. But over here, this right here used to be the main overhaul base for an airline called Transworld Airlines. And then it used to be a maintenance base for American Airlines after American Airlines bought Transworld Airlines. But if you come down here, here's a Qantas 747. It's been sitting there for forever. At KCI, yeah. This is at KCI. There's a Qantas 747 that's been sitting there for forever, and I always love seeing it whenever I drive by. Just even in complete disrepair, it is a magnificent airplane. You can tell it's a plane that demands attention because it's so much bigger than everything else. Here is... It's a DC-10. See what else is around here. Here's another 747. Have a Japan or an All Nippon. Looks like a 767 if I had to bet. Let's go across the way and see what else is over here. Got some ERJs parked in here. There's an Avianca. Can't tell what that is. Might be a Fokker. I'm not too sure. This is a Boeing 727 that they used to use, and they might still use it for fire training. It's an ex-FedEx plane. There's a lot of Air Canada jets here. Air Canada they contract out some maintenance stuff to this company as well, so there's a lot of Air Canada planes that are here all the time. It's like over here, here's an Air Canada something. Looks like a 767. You jump the fence, they would be on top of you so quick. Kansas City does not screw around. Like if... I'm going to explain to you how ridiculous Kansas City is here in a minute. Somewhere around here, there is an Elton 11. Don't know where it's at. Here, we'll do this. Let me try Street View. We've done this way a little bit. So do long haul flights, you start to descend. When to start descent, or how much I pitch down. What plane are you flying? Because it depends on the plane. You can see the tail of the Qantas 747 there. A320? Is it Microsoft Flight Simulator? And if it's Microsoft Flight Simulator, is it the default 7 or the default A320, or is it the fly-by-wire A320? Okay, so sidestep from that real quick. So Kansas City's ridiculous. Okay. So here is a road, right? And here is a runway that you could plane spot on. This road is a public road. Just like over here, this is a public parking lot. If you sit here and take pictures of planes, they will come out here and tell you to leave. Right? Which, okay, so we'll go over here. This is a public road. Here is a runway that they use. Right here, here's a E170 for Delta Connect. It's probably SkyWest. But here's a public parking lot. If you park here to take pictures of planes, they will tell you to leave. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So you can go across the highway. Let me expand this out a little bit. So if we come over here to I-29, we'll follow this up. You have... So 132nd Street? Somewhere over here. You can park. There's a side road over here. For some reason I can't find it. I-29, take that up. It's got to be 132nd Street. It's not. Anyway, there's a road you can get off over here. Roan Ridge, that's what it is. So Roan Ridge Road is at the end of a runway. If you park here to take pictures of airplanes, they'll tell you to leave. Now, Kansas City is not at all welcoming to plane spotters. Welcome back, welcome back. The A320 that's included with the game. So what I would recommend doing is, I know that A320 doesn't have VNav. So usually with an A320, it'll give you a top of descent marker where to descend at. That plane doesn't have VNav. So what you can do here's the if you hate math, you're about to hate what I'm about to tell you. You can calculate your top of descent. This will work on Xbox too. This will work on Xbox too. So you take your current altitude, you subtract the altitude that you want to be at. So say you're cruising at 35,000 feet. We can just do this on Notepad real quick. So you're cruising at 35,000 feet, right? You want to descend down to 3,000. So you take 35,000 minus 3,000. It's going to give you 32,000 feet. You want to descend 32,000 feet. So you're going to multiply it by 3 and then divide by 1,000. So if we take... I'm bad at math. 32,000 times 3 divided by 1,000. You want to start your top of descent. Graphic is in the way. Oh, I'm sorry. You take 32,000 divided by 3, which is going to give you... I just did that completely wrong. I told you I'm bad at math. Times 3 gives you 96,000. Then you're going to divide that by 1,000, which is going to give you 96 miles. So you'll start descending 96 miles away from the airport. Now, in terms of how fast to descend, oh, there's math for that too. Here, price. I'm just gonna put this in chat for you. There you go. Give that a scan. Trust me, it sounds a lot more complicated than it is. I'd never use the rate of descent one, because usually I'll decide at this waypoint I want to be at this altitude, and then I'll descend and I'll usually get there before I get to that altitude, but then I'll just fly level until I reach that waypoint, and then I can fly the ILS or do the visual approach or anything like that, right? But there's these different calculations. Trust me, it sounds a lot more complicated than it is. I use this when I'm flying like the DC-6 or something like that. Once you do it a few times, you'll be fine. No problem, no problem. So back to my complaining about Kansas City. So yeah, they will make you move from anywhere where you're taking pictures of the planes. They will claim it is... I'm about to go really American on y'all. They're going to claim it's for safety, for security. However, the counter argument to that is this is America, we have rights. One of those rights is the First Amendment, which includes freedom of the press, which means if you can see it from public, you can take pictures of it from public. However, very few people challenge that with airports, just because airports get all finicky because of in this day and age. But technically, if it's public road and you can see it from public, you can take pictures of it. So, if anybody wants to give it a shot, be my guest. In theory, you shouldn't get arrested. But if you do get arrested, I'm not responsible. And if you don't live in the U.S., don't do what I just said, because I don't know what your laws are. Should you get the A320 CEO? Who makes it? If it's the Latin VFR one, I would not recommend it, because it's pretty bare bones. TriStar experience. I said there was an Elton 11 at Kansas City. Here is the Elton 11 that's at Kansas City. It's airworthy, but old jets are very expensive to fly, so they don't fly it at all. But it's an airworthy Elton 11. But yeah. I was with my dad in Dallas when this landed, and we watched it live on the news. They had it on local news. That sounds like Latin VFR. Can I look at the marketplace? Ooh. A320. Yeah, it looks like Latin VFR. You can, like, it's not the, I don't know. I personally expect a pretty high quality from the flight sim add-ons that I get, but everybody's different. And if you want some diversity in the planes that you have, there's no harm in getting it. It's just in terms of what I like, I wouldn't recommend it because it's pretty bare bones. However, and of course you're on Xbox as well, I know your options for planes are a lot smaller than we have on PC. So, I mean, if it's something you want, have at. But honestly, if I were you, I would do like an A321 or something. A319, A321, so it's something different from the A320 Neo that comes with the sim, if you know what I mean. Get what I'm saying? Kind of get some variety. That makes sense. Take it I don't want to run a Root of Nightmares right now. Joey, I'm in the middle of my weekly scheduled stream. No, I can't do a Root of Nightmares right now. Hit me up Saturday though. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe Sunday as well. What's Root of Nightmares? Root of Nightmares is a raid in Destiny 2. It's the one that comes with Lightfall. This airplane is really beautiful. This one's at the downtown airport. This MD-80, it's painted in Trans World Airlines colors. So this plane, and obviously it's the inverted Trans World Airlines colors with red and then white stripe instead of white with red stripe. This plane was donated by the employees of TWA to the airline. So it's a kind of cool one. I'm glad they were able to snag it and save it from the graveyard. So this one's also airworthy, and it's sitting at the downtown airport in Kansas City. But a fun little bragging thing I like to brag about with aviation nerds is we have two Elton 11s. We have this one, and then we also have another Elton 11 at the other airport in town. There's this one. It's not abandoned. It looks abandoned. They're planning on cleaning it up, and it's going to be used as classroom. But right now, this museum is locked out of their hangar. The airport's trying to evict them, trying to illegally evict them from the airport. But they sold the engines to pay for the plane, so that's why it doesn't have engines. But it's kind of cool to have two Elton 11s in Kansas City. A rare plane. And then this one also has the, of course, the Constellation. The most beautiful airliner that's ever existed. No contest. These pictures aren't very good, though. I should get some better pictures. Let's take a look outside. Oh, gosh. Let me get you guys some external shots. I like how Joey comes in here and he's like, "You want to raid?" And then he just leaves. You've been to 48 countries? Okay. So, 48 countries. Out of those 48 countries, what is your favorite country you visited and your least favorite? And you can't include the country that you already live in. You can't include that one. That can't be one of them. Like, I can't do it with countries, but I can do it with US states. My favorite state that I visited is Florida. And my least favorite is Oklahoma. The roads in Oklahoma are absolutely horrifically terrible. if I could include Missouri on the list. Missouri wouldn't be my favorite or least favorite. Missouri lands like, I don't know, it's in... I don't know. We're going back in a couple of weeks. I'm not looking forward to driving in Oklahoma. Let me get fancy real quick. Do that. So then I can do this. There, you can see the plane and I can have internet up. Does the 787 have a cabin? I don't think so. I'll look here in a second. Mauritania. I've never heard of Mauritania. It's in Africa. Okay, okay. It's on the Pacific coast. Okay. Here's a better question. If you don't mind me asking, how do you visit 48 countries? How do you do that? Is it... So, you said you got adopted by a family in France. So, if you live in France, I can see traveling all over Europe because of the EU. But still. I ain't even ever been to Canada or Mexico. Anyway, cabin. Oh shit. Don't press that button. No, there's no cabin in the 787. The default one might have one. To be honest, I've never looked. I don't know. But the Kuro does not have a cabin, as you can see. What are you doing, game? There we go. What about the one with Premium Deluxe? Yeah, that one I don't know. I have the Premium Deluxe, but I've never looked. As funny as it sounds. I have no idea. So if I'm going to take all the states I've visited... I'm going to put them on a tier list. From best to worst. Does it come with other liveries? It does not. It comes with... It comes with the default livery, and it also comes with like world travel, orbit, the other default Microsoft Flight Simulator liveries. One ant lives... Okay, okay. Gotcha. I'm gonna do Texas in all capital letters because it's Texas. It's Texas. Did I spell Illinois right? I don't know. Where else have I been that I can remember? That I actually stay... Oh, Arkansas. I'm not counting states that I've just driven through. That's a good point, Price. Need a ETA. 0603. about an hour and a half. Be about an hour and a half until we land. 06. Do 0610. Nebraska? Oh yeah. ATR 72600. Ooh, nice. Okay. I'm gonna roll with this. Okay. So if I do this in favorite to least favorite. Favorite state I've ever been to is Florida. Then North Carolina. I'm gonna have to delete these as I do them. How old am I? I'm 25. I'm a quarter of a century old. Number 3 probably is Texas. I like Texas. This is where it gets kind of hard because everywhere else here sucks. Like there's no two ways about it. What plane and where am I going for the next stream? I don't know yet. I would like to get the Just Flight Fokker and fly that, but I'm not sure. I have no idea where either. I usually plan it like the day before or a couple days before the stream. I know I need to go back to Canada and fly into Calgary, because I did the flight out of Calgary on Saturday, but I wasn't feeling very good, so we just did a really short stream on last Saturday. So I need to fly back eventually because I want to fly into that scenery again. But I don't know yet. Oh, I'll put Illinois. Illinois, Nebraska. Missouri. Arkansas is part of the Ozarks, so it can go above Kansas. I like the Ozarks. It's got Arkansas, Kansas. I don't know. Iowa might be worse than Oklahoma. New York. I'll put Iowa above Oklahoma because the roads are better. There you go. There's my tier list. There's the states I've been to ranked in best order of best to worst. Only been to California. Gotcha. Okay. How was California? I've never been to California. I've always wanted to go. Do a small plane or private jet. We could do a private jet. We could fly the Cessna Longitude Citation. That could be fun. I might see if there's any cool private jets in the marketplace that are good. I'll have to look around at that. Private jet, that could be fun. You can fly basically anywhere. Do I live by myself? I do not. I'm still living at home. The plan is to move out at the end of the year. Saving up for it right now. Just got done with college about 6 months ago. So, saving up to move out. But yeah, Florida best, Oklahoma worse. I know people would be like, you put New York at number 9 below Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas? Yeah, I went to New York City and New York City sucks. I hate New York City. I'm sorry, but I know that's where a lot of people live in the US. I don't care. At my free plane website, I can take a look there. I already have a mod for the Cessna Longitude from there. Let's do best private business jet MSFS. Let's see what comes up on here. Let's see what people recommend. Because we can also try, there's the working title mod for the Citation CJ4 and MSFS as well. The new Asobo Longitude. I've already tried the Asobo Longitude once. It was really fun. Do I think the A380's coming? Yeah. Fly-by-wire. I don't know if this is coming to the marketplace. I would really like it if they did. If it did come to the marketplace, so that the Xbox people can use it. But Fly-by-Wire, who made the Fly-by-Wire mod for the Sim, is making a A380. What in the nut is my Sim doing? Hello? I really hope they bring it to the marketplace, because it'd be cool to see it. Let everybody have access to it. But we can take a look at their A380 progress. Take a look at some of the work they've done on it. I'll just let this video play and we can look at the A380. But I'm excited for this. This is going to be fun to fly. I don't know if we'll fly it a whole lot, because there's not a whole lot of short A380 flights. Short meaning a flight I can do in a stream, because I don't want to stream for 10 hours. I'll be falling asleep by the end of it. Won't be very fun to watch. But it's definitely going to be something we're going to play around with when it comes out. Oh, it's probably quite a while from release. Christchurch to Sydney, does Qantas fly that? Forbidden to go outside, happiness. Okay, gotcha. Well, damn. That is not fun at all. I'm sorry about that. Damn. I hope you're in a much better situation now. I really do. Yeah, we got a little keyboard here. A lot of the interior modeling, the last I heard, a lot of the interior modeling is still being worked on. But regardless, it's still cool to see the progress they're making. A380s do that flight? Well, we'll have to do that. There's this view. Love this view. We got wing flex. Should see the wing pick up when they take to the air. Oh yeah, look at that. You can tell it still needs a little bit of work, but it's active development. When's the 7.5 and A330 coming? A330? No idea. But soon. Apparently it's entered its final stages of beta testing. Well, it's out for P3D, but that doesn't help for MSFS. But people are posting previews and stuff of it, so it should be coming out pretty soon. The 757, I don't know. The Aerosoft A330 will probably come to the marketplace. Their CRJs are on the marketplace. So since those are on there, I would figure that their A330 will make its way to the marketplace as well. A330 will be fun. A lot of people gripe about Aerosoft planes, but I like them. They're simple. They work. Get you from point A to point B. You don't need anything more. If that's not enough for you, then I don't know what to tell you. Dante Family does complete opposite. You got to pick your own bedroom? Damn, I didn't even get to do that. Of course, I was a baby, but that's awesome. Well, I'm glad you're in a much better situation. That's awesome. That's good to hear. I've had the same four walls around me my entire life. I'm finally getting to the point where, of course, with the goal to move out at the end of the year, I'm not doing anything drastic at the moment to like change up my room or anything. The problem is in the United States, I don't know if this is the same everywhere else, but the cost of living, especially in my area, is extremely high. Cost of living, I mean rent. Very high in the US right now. If you're into the economy, you might say that the housing market is ballooning. Yeah, I'll be stuck with Kayla. But rent is extremely high. There's also the problem of wages in the US are stagnated at the moment. And of course, we're in a recession and there's massive inflation. A whole myriad of issues that contribute to me still living at home. But yeah. Rent is very high there too. I can imagine. Beer be at the gas station? No worries. No worries. I'll still be here. Yeah, COVID really did a number on the world economy, it sounds like. Of course, I'm most in tune to the stuff in the United States because that's where I live, but there's no denying that this isn't me being like, oh, America, but there's no denying that the US economy has a big impact on the world COVID really wreaked havoc on our economy. I'm sure it did for everybody else too. But personally, I'm hoping, since I don't own a home, I'm hoping that the housing market collapses. Because then rent will go down. Don't sound too excited. Oh, I am excited. Don't get me wrong. I am excited. It just stinks that an apartment that would have been $800 a month 4 years ago is $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month now. It's just crazy. You guys want to know something that blew my mind today? If there's any other Americans in here, it's going to show you how bad life is right now. It's going to be a little bit of shell shock. Might be the same for the rest of the world, I'm not sure, but especially in the United States. Yeah, I'm getting my demonstration pulled up. About to blow your all's goddamn minds, I tell you what. I gotta do this better. Worst year. We'll do 33. Why can't I find the thing I'm looking for? Still live with your mom and sisters in the same bedroom? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's especially a thing here in the United States where everybody's like, when you turn 18, you have to move out. But, no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with living at home. You know, obviously don't be a bum. Don't be a burden to your parents, but just the world we live in, which is awesome. All right, I finally found the IRS document I'm looking for. Okay. I'm not doing that. Okay. So, in 1933, during the Great Depression, the average net income for taxable returns, as per the IRS, was $4,218. Now, if you had to guess, how much is $4,218 worth in today's money? Now, you got to keep in mind, this is the greatest recession in American history. Terrible time, banks collapsed, whole 9 yards. The economy fell apart. Well, the average income in 1930 was $99,000. Yeah. The average, the median today, average isn't median. It's the mean. I want the mean. The average today, it's not even right. What a... Can the IRS... Anyway, this gets to the point. No, that doesn't. Just kidding. Income in the U.S. Census.gov. Median is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for average. Okay, well, either way, if we go off of median, 70,000. So people were making more during the Great Depression than we are today. And the cost of everything has inflated. I really did a terrible job of making that point. However, you get the idea. Life sucks right now. That's the point I'm trying to make. I tried. My quick Google search to find my sources didn't pan out very well. Back you got butter chicken pie and watermelon flavored pump water, some extra pineapple and coconut gum. That sounds pretty good. Although, I've never heard of pump water before. I don't know what that is. Pump water. Spring water with a splash of added flavor. Okay, okay. I dig it. I dig it. Sounds like some pretty good water if you ask me. I love flavored water. The watermelon tastes exactly like watermelon gum. That's what's up. I love that. Where is our top of descent? Is not showing up, but we still have quite a ways to go. So I'm not going to put in the arrival yet. In case anybody's curious what we're flying over right now, we are flying over what looks to be Pakistan. If I switch it up to world map, it's not showing me what I want to see. Usually my go-to with flavored water is lemon lime. So we are, yeah, we're over Pakistan. I don't know what mountains these are, or if they have a name, but they look kind of cool. The ground here looks really cool. Iron Banana Dubs, 2 out of 2. Let's go. I gotta make sure I bring my Xbox next week while I'm house sitting so I have something to do. I need to install some games to actually play. I want to show you photos. You can set up. How do you? I think the easiest thing to do. I'm trying to think. Have you heard of Imgur? IMGUR. So you can upload pictures to that and then send it as a link. I think you can type a link in chat. Oh, you should still bring yours. Do I have Discord? I do have Discord. There's probably not a way I can private message you, is there? I'll tell you what, I'll just put the link to my Discord server in chat. Whatever. The Discord server is not operational at the moment. I say I still got a lot of work to do with setting things up, but here you go. I'll pop in my Discord link. If anybody wants to join the Discord, there you go. Link should work. Perfect. BRB? No problem. Only thing I don't know about with having multiple Xboxes is I don't even know where the hell I'm going to play mine. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I have decided though I'm not gonna spend all the entire week just living at their house. Like there's some days where I'm gonna want to come home. I think I'm going to request off work one day, maybe next week. I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I'll figure it out tomorrow, but might do a Thursday. Not sure. Or Friday and have a 3-day weekend. I don't know when they get back. Have time, you'll send you photos of the plane museum. You got the DC-3. Nice. I love the DC-3. We could fly the DC-3 too. I have a DC-3. Yeah, Joey asking if I want to raid while I'm streaming. Dadgummit, dude. Let's see, do I have a screenshot of the DC-3? I am very surprised I do not have a screenshot of the DC-3, do I? I'll join in a bit. No worries. There we go. Little Buffalo Airways. DC-3 flying. I love flying the DC-3. It's such a fun plane to fly. It's slow as hell, but it's fun. I have to have a lot of patience while flying it. Not something I excel at. So I started playing. I think what I'm gonna do is I might, because I have Game Pass, so I might download Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I might try to make a point of playing through the entire game in a week on Xbox, because I need to, or Jedi Fallen Order. I don't think Survivor's on Game Pass. But I haven't played Fallen Order yet. Or, ooh, what I need to do is I need to take my Call of Duty games, because Activision fixed the old Call of Duties, so they work now. I need to find my Black Ops 1 disc and just play Black Ops 1. That is a fun game. I don't care what anybody says. I can play games and you'll read, alright. We're gonna watch TV shows. I can do my, can watch Letterkenny front to back again. I did that last year. How many seasons of this do we have now? Letterkenny. 11 seasons. If I watch more than one season a day, I can get through this. Find a new show? I can't. It's tradition. You don't fuck with tradition. I don't know. Let's have to see. Of course, I may not want to watch TV. I don't know. It'd be weird. I could bring my guitar. Play guitar for the first time in 6 months. There's plenty of opportunities of things to do. Lots of things I need to do. All of you is built-in entertainment. Works for me. Need to go see Indiana Jones. But I don't want to pay for the ticket. But I want to see it in IMAX. But I don't want to pay for the ticket. It may not be in IMAX anymore. The ticket. AMC charges so damn much for their tickets. What is Prime? Reverberating seats, surround sounds, and clear images. Nah, I'm good. P&B theaters. And Barbie? Huh. Philip, Discord, just send a pic of your room setup. Sounds good. Sounds good. The drive-in has Indiana Jones and Elemental as a double feature right now. Want to go to the drive-in, we can bring my truck this time so that it doesn't turn off in the middle of us trying to watch a movie. You have two. You got one at your dad's. Not as good. The monitor's really bad. The one at your mom's actually insane. Don't bring the rudder pedals back and forth. I don't blame you. I don't blame you not bringing the rudder pedals back and forth. That's a struggle. Kinda unwieldy. Alright, well. We'll go to the drive-in. B Theaters Drive-In. How long till I land? Looks like about an hour. Probably just under an hour. This is the longest flight I've done on stream in a while. Let's see, pick a date. I'll look at times later. We're inching closer. The ground looks so good here. I want to know what this is. Is this like a desert or something? It looks so cool. Different lines in the ground. Just love the way it looks. One of the most exciting things, personally, for moving out is having control of my own thermostat so I can crank that shit way down. I'm very excited for that. Probably not excited for the heating and cooling bill, but it'll be nice for a while at least. My mother and I have different takes on the air conditioner. So her take is it's summer, right? So you shouldn't be wearing long sleeves and long pants inside because it's summer. It's shorts and short sleeve season. However, my take is it's summer and it's really hot outside, so when you're inside it should be really cold, so you can wear your hoodie or your sweatpants or stuff like that. That's my take. One might say I have the not so environmentally friendly take. I'm just looking at my Discord. I really want to get this thing set up to where it's actually functional. Where it's usable. Eventually, I'm about to say the most cliche creator thing you've ever heard in your life. I want to build a really awesome community on Discord that's not only flight sim, but I want it to be other games too, so you just get a whole bunch of gamers together, have a fun community. I'm still working on trying to work it into a schedule and be more consistent. I'll probably have to do it after house sitting, but I want to have streams going on over at Kick as well. That's where I play not flight sim. A couple days ago we played Battlefield, just playing other stuff, but I kind of want to keep flight sim and the other stuff separate so that people that only care about flight sim don't have to sit through the other stuff, and the people that only care about the other stuff don't have to sit through the flight sim. So they're very different. Like FPS video games and flight sim are very different from each other. So I want to still try to keep everything separate, but yeah, I want to get more consistent on Kick and stream more on there. I really enjoy streaming FPS games. I just feel like I haven't been well organized with having the time to do it, you know? I think I'm going to more readjust myself in terms of flight sim to be try to keep myself away from hitting a wall with flight sim, getting bored, getting burnt out, because it's happened in the past. Like if you go to I don't know if anybody's here from Twitch, but on my Twitch channel I was doing a bunch of flight sim and then I stopped for forever because I got burnt out on it because it was all I was doing. I don't want that to happen again. I want to stay consistent with doing flight sim because I love flight sim. So I'm trying to kind of better readjust my schedule, where right now I'm in like a phase where it's all I want to do, but I know I shouldn't do that, because if I only do flight sim and I play nothing else, I'm gonna get burned out really quick. Over on Twitch, I'm gonna show you guys my Twitch page. I don't stream on Twitch anymore. Twitch has made decisions that I'm not a fan of. So I don't stream on Twitch. But we can go to... Do I have copyright strikes? Okay, I don't. Do I care if I have copyright strikes? No, not really. But I got a good amount of clips on here. We organize by... How do I do this? Shit. Channel. Can organize by all my top clips. Oh God, we got 5 years ago.
We already passed minimums.
I've been doing this for a while, guys.
Ground. Are you there?
Must have been Christmas. Celebrating Christmas.
Oh no, we're below the... Oh. Whoa, what's happening? Hi.
That hair, right?
There's the runway.
Yeah. I had some hair. I'd love to be able to sort by oldest. I want to see what my first ever clip. I think it's this one, the sync rate one. I don't think I even have a.
Whoa, what just...
I have a terrible microphone in this too.
Tower United 856 going around. We had wind shear on final.
I don't know why this clip is popular. Just my Twitch clips don't get very many views at all. Got any airport codes you should fly to? Paro. I don't know the airport code. It is VQPR. This is a fun one. Paro is. VQPR. Keegan.exe has stopped working.
That's true, they are good.
Exactly, it's not even comparable.
Look at this, this just don't.
So hard he can't even comprehend English.
Livery? Who flies here? Either Bhutan Airways or Druk Air. I think I've done it with Druk Air. Way back in the past. We got any good flight sim clips here? Three years ago, playing P3D. I don't miss the stupid... The camera I was using my Nikon camera. It's terrible. I don't miss this microphone either. This microphone sucked.
Is United still... Whoa. Shit.
I think I made that one a clip on YouTube. What's this one?
Claire, same thing.
208 Charlie Bravo. Take off on your own.
Good moaning, by the way.
Charlie Bravo, Karen, the air traffic controller, after you left.
And psycho.
I don't know what that one is. Oh yeah, we went through a phase on my channel where I didn't acknowledge turquoise was a color. That was fun. What was this, 3 years ago? This is like one of my first flight sim streams on MSFS. What am I wearing?
What's FBO? I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically where general aviation aircraft go at airports. Like
Yeah, that microphone
charts for
sucked.
different airports, there's always like FBO or something like that. It's basically just
I don't think I have whatever hoodie that is anymore. Is that my Daytona Beach hoodie? I haven't worn that in 3 years, probably. I hate that hoodie.
Claire.
You have the Xbox HOTAS joystick and yoke. Is it the Turtle Beach one? Wait, Turtle Beach doesn't have one, do they? I forget who makes it for Xbox. Does Thrustmaster make one for Xbox? Here's another one from 5 years ago. Want to go back in time.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed. Hopefully they'll bring me back. Alright. I hope I'm looking. Holy crap. There's a fighter. Alright, there's Garg out there. Let's watch him come in.
Some of these clips, I don't know why people clip these. Oh, the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke. Okay. This clip needs to go away. I fucking hate this clip. This clip, if you want to see it, you can go see it for yourself. I got hosted by a really big flight sim streamer on Twitch at the time named ValDudes, who is live right now doing music. Somebody said do a barrel roll, and I did a barrel roll, and it killed the plane, and I crashed. I missed my big opportunity to get big on flight sim because I crashed the plane when I got hosted. I'm never going to live that down. I'm never going to be famous because of that. Price, it's VQPR. Here, I'll put it in chat. VQPR. There you go. Paro. Yeah, this freaking... I used to have this setup...
I know I'm sinking.
I used to have the setup in the very, like, back corner of my room. And I had no lighting whatsoever except for, like, a little desk lamp that sat on top of my computer and shined in between my two monitors. And then I used, like, a Logitech webcam.
Shut up. I know I'm sinking.
But just look at how absolutely horrible that... Like, you can't see any of the background at all. It looks so, like, pale.
Unstable, unstable. Wave off, wave off. Oh!
Alright, first time landing into London City. I don't know. There's some fun stuff on here. I wonder if I can search by... Oh, this is sorted by time. First ever clip. Why can't I watch the clip?
One. Rotate. Oh. You know what? This trim is not right. Not feel good.
Why?
One.
What the hell is this, Twitch? It's like auto crop for TikTok?
This trim is not right. Not feel good.
Yeah, needless to say, we've come a long way when it comes to flight sim. We've come a long way. Things are better now. What's this one? Write that down, write that down.
Oh, we gotta get a ball.
Ah, orange pipes.
Is 2 in here?
Oh,
That
this is
was
just me
one
being
of
good
fives?
at Halo.
Oh my god, there's one fucking... One bridge.
Look at how
Forcing
far
you
I'm
to take
hunched
down that
over.
strategy. Let's grab this. Got some points here. I'm gonna take it over here. One's chasing.
Scoopsons, why did you clip that? Checking out the new level up.
Left one able, Bravo to parking, southwest 4.
Dude, my freaking plane's a toga. Can't hit.
Rip.
Oh god, this plane's not level up. God.
Anyway. Used to stream on Twitch, now we're here. I still want to get a little bit closer before we put in our arrival stuff. Yeah, I used to wear, like 5 years ago when I used to stream, I used to wear whatever I wanted. I still wear whatever I want. I don't dress to look good while I'm streaming, I dress to be comfortable. But back then I used to really wear whatever I wanted. I didn't give a crap. Good night, Kayla. Hope you sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow. What was I looking for? I switched over here to look for something. Oh. VPilot, just to make sure there's no ATC, and then there's no ATC online at Dubai either. It's been a long time since I've flown into Dubai. Kind of excited about it. So we also have the handcrafted scenery, the handcrafted Dubai scenery. Would you guys, this is audience participation time. Would you guys want to see other simulators on this channel? I'm not saying like we're getting rid of Flight Sim. That's not what I'm saying, but there's other types of simulators too, like one that I really enjoy is Truck Sim. American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim. If you guys don't want to see it, I may not post it, but I don't know. This doesn't have to be a strictly Flight Sim channel. Like, we can do other stuff, too. But obviously, the bread and butter is Flight Sim, and that's not changing anytime soon. I do know generally a lot of people who are into Flight Sim are into other types of simulators, too. The only one I won't do is Train Sim, because Train Sim just sounds very boring to me. I know people love it. But train sim is definitely just not my thing. So I did an amazing feat this week. I got through the entirety of Prime Day without buying anything. I almost bought a new monitor. I ordered it, and then before I got charged for it, I canceled it because then I decided I don't need a new monitor. But I kind of wish I would have, because I don't have a monitor to take with me when I'm house sitting. Because then I could just use it while I'm house sitting and then just replace the monitor I want to replace is my secondary monitor. My main monitor, 1440p, 27 inch, perfectly fine. My other monitor is like a 1080p crappy panel, like the color profile on it looks terrible. It's 144 hertz refresh rate, which I don't need in a second monitor. I'd rather get like an IPS monitor, you know, to have a good color profile for like video editing and stuff like that. But regardless, the point is, I got through all of Prime Day without buying anything, and I'm very proud of myself. I didn't think I'd be able to do it. But here we are. Yeah, I want to get a shifter for truck sim, but the shifters are so damn expensive. It's not even like a full shifter, it's just a new thing that goes on the shifter to be more like an 18-speed shifter. But this one's like $90. It's just crazy how expensive it is. It's a 35% off on a 3060 on Amazon right now, an MSI Ventus 3. If anybody's looking for a new graphics card, it's for $319. Not terrible. I need to get my little a while ago we bought a little personal little space air conditioner. I need to get that set up in here. We bought it because our AC went out and then we never used it, so it's still sitting in the box in our garage. I think I want to try it out and see if it actually makes a difference, because right now in my room I swear it's probably 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house. I wonder what the temperature is outside. 74. It's not windy though, so there wouldn't be any point in opening windows. Apparently it's supposed to storm today though. We'll look at the convective outlook and see when the storms are supposed to happen. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't already, subscribe down below. It's free. I really do appreciate it. Or drop a like too. I appreciate that too. They both help out the help out the channel. trying to grow this thing a little bit, and you all hanging out is making that happen, so I appreciate it. So we'll pull up charts and start getting organized for the arrival here. What I do want to look at is if we go to flight radar. Kind of take a peek and see what's going on at Dubai. See what runways they're landing. Are there any planes that have landed? Okay, you're landing. So it looks like 1-2 left. So we're coming into Pavag. So it looks like planes, if I look at flight radar, it looks like planes are flying over the airport. Because this jet came in from the same direction we did. Flying over, going out, and circling around to the ILS. So we can plan on doing that. Should be fine. Let's see if we can see the Palm Tree Islands. Should be coming up on the Gulf of Oman right now. The Arabian Sea. Okay, so we'll plan ILS 1-2 left. So we can go ahead and get that plugged in. ILS 1-2 left. That's good. $5,000. We have a top of descent, which is what we want. Then we gotta plug in minimums, which we're gonna have to scroll forever to do. Which are 212. I blew right past that. Nice. 212 for baro minimums. And then the ILS is 110.1. We got a rad nav. 110.1, 119, so that's already in. Sweet. I don't like how when I switch away from this view, it just completely screws up the orientation of the camera. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, I don't like that side. There's a shadow. We're going back to this side. Sweet. There we go. Nice angle. Hell yeah. I love the way the Dreamliner looks. Currently doing chores? Hey, no worries. I appreciate you still hanging out. I do appreciate it. Hope the chores are going good. Hope it's nothing too complex, nothing too crazy. Fold and close, nice livery. I really like this livery. The Air India livery. Something that's kind of cool is I'm going to switch to this external view so I can scroll around, but one side's in English. You got Air India, everything there. Then when you go to the other side, it's in, oh fuck, I don't know what language. Indian? I don't know. Like I said, I'm American. I don't know things about the rest of the world. Hindi. Yeah. That's really cool about this livery. I really like that. It's such a smart and cool thing to do. And then I think it just looks good too. It looks kind of classic, but still kind of clean and nice at the same time. I think it's a cool livery. And on a very beautiful airliner. As whale. I'll do the smart thing and sit on my leg so it falls asleep, and then I complain about my leg being asleep when I'm getting ready to land. My butt's getting tired, but it's not my chair's fault. I sit all day at work and then I come home and sit some more. It's the fault of my schedule. My chair is extremely comfortable. I got this chair probably a little over a year ago, where I did a chair unboxing stream. A chair building stream. Work has you on your feet for 21 hours a week. My work has me sitting on my ass for 40 hours a week. I used to work in food, and that would be standing all day. Then my feet would hurt, and my knees would hurt, and my back would hurt. I'm only 25, and I'm having all sorts of pain and everything. That wasn't fun. But then again, I never wore shoes that were designed for people standing all day either. Which probably didn't help things. But I don't miss working in food. Screw food. Be nice to people who work in food. Because their life sucks. Speaking from experience. I might go toss my phone on the charger real quick. Give me just 1 second. Hello, I'm back. I told you, just a sec. Oh, my head, I've set my headphones all the way over here. Now, why would I do that? All right. Should be getting pretty close to our top of descent there. We're gonna go ahead and descend down to 3,000 feet. We'll put that in and we'll let the plane grab top of descent once it reaches it. About 15 miles out from it. If you had your own airline, it would be named Air Tremblay. I like that. I like that name. If I had my own airline, I would go to American Airlines and convince them to sell me the rights to the Trans World Airlines name. Have to like promise to not compete with them. I'm not sure how I would do that, but that's what I would do if I was rich. But sadly, I'm not, so that ain't happening anytime soon. Oh, you can go to the archived TWA website. That's pretty awesome. If you got TWA, you could have joined One World Alliance, which means you help benefit American. There's probably no way in hell American Airlines would give that name up. There's so much brand recognition behind that name. Is Kayla my GF? She is, yes. Now, there is absolutely no way they would give that up. I could probably write them a check for like billions of dollars and they'd still say no, because it's like Pan Am and TWA were the two airlines in the golden age of aviation in the United States. And they'll probably do the same thing they did with once that copyright expires, they'll probably name a regional airline Trans World Airlines. Just so they keep the name. Check Discord. I'm looking. Submit report. Somebody has spammed me. I don't see any messages from you. You try sending one in DM. Let's see, are you on the line? I don't see you in the Discord. Thought so because of Cutie and Baby. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't see any messages. Not even in message requests. Huh. I'm looking. Nothing. Maybe try adding me as a friend on Discord. So if you're in that server, I'm the dude with Nathan Fillion as the profile picture. Keegan Toga. Maybe I have something weird in my settings where I can't get messages or something. I don't know. BRB, no worries. I'll show you all what we're gonna do once we get to Dubai. So we're gonna be coming in from this direction here. So we're gonna fly over the airport and then we'll circle back around and get on the ILS and land. So we'll be doing a nice circle arc over and through in. Not even in it. I was gonna say, because I don't see you in it. I think I have to, when you're in the Discord, I think I have to manually give you permissions and then you can post. I think that's how I have it set up. Yeah, you can send your username if you want to. Just if you send it over YouTube chat, just know it's going on the internet forever. Not to scare you or anything, but that's why I didn't post my username. Mom calls you baby, pronounced baby. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, let me add you real quick on the old Discord. All right, should be sent. Gotta go. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a great night or a great morning. What's it, like 6 a.m. in Europe? Hope you have a great morning. Thanks for hanging out. Take it easy, and we'll catch you next time. Our transition level is flight level 150. So we need to get switching over to local altimeter, which is 0999. So we got a low ass altimeter. Bryce, I sent you the friend request. It says it's sent. You good, you good. Alright, wants us to slow down to 185 knots. I don't think I want to do that. But we are going to slow down to 250 because we're coming up on 10,000 feet. So throw out some speed brakes and get slowing down a bit. We're riding full speed brakes down. It's kind of foggy here at Dubai. Send some things? Ooh. I dig it. That's not a bad setup at all. I dig it. You got some DC3. Oh, heck yeah. And my first setup was nowhere near as good as that. I had, of course, I wasn't doing flight sim at the time, but we have this like basement bar thing downstairs. I had a 50-inch flat screen TV. Then I had like a crappy old office chair, and then I went to like a 24-inch or 21-inch monitor or something on like a desk with like a TV as a second monitor, and like in the basement, an unfinished basement, and like the HVAC system right behind my back, so every time the air would come on, you just sounds like a jet engine right behind you. Was definitely not anything fancy, but it got the job done. Then when I got into Flight Sim, it was on a laptop. Flight Simulator X. I don't know how well this is showing up on stream, but these houses down here look really good. Send you the flight I'm doing on, or you're doing on your birthday? Heck yeah. Birthday flights are the best. I should go flying on my birthday. Start saving up for it now and go fly somewhere cool. Get our heading lined up. We get to our last waypoint on our arrival, and then we're just gonna fly. Keep going straight on that heading. I think I'm gonna make an executive decision here. We're gonna overfly the airport so that, in theory, we wouldn't get in the way of other departures taking off or arrivals coming in. Doing the 1 hour one where you go up to 9,000 feet, take off and land. Nice. Okay, it wants some speed brake. I don't want to slow down that much. So I'm gonna go speed intervene 140 or 240. We'll keep our speed up. See. I'll keep Discord up. You never know when something interesting is going to pop through Discord. For my birthday, I might save up money and ask for money to go do an intro flight lesson. Wonder how much that costs. Between $75 and $150 depending on the school. Could be fun. Could become a corporate pilot with my instrument rating and multi-engine rating. A charter pilot, you just need an intro or a multi-engine rating in the US. Which one did I say? Corporate pilot? Or charter? I don't remember what I said. Corporate is your business jets. A charter pilot... I don't know exactly what a charter pilot is, actually, honestly. Alright, let's go heading mode. Should be making a right-hand turn. Heading 265. Am I on multiplayer? I'm on VATSIM. I'm not on the Sims multiplayer now. If I were to ever become a corporate pilot, I'd want to fly like a Gulfstream or something like that. I feel like that would be really cool. There's the Burj Khalifa. Tallest building in the world right there. As a tall ass boy. You're moving to Dubai? Are you really? When you're 60, hey, that's pretty cool. Okay, DB612 is where we want to go, so we'll descend down to 2,000. Let's go vertical speed, 1,500 feet. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back to 210. Your dad wants you to do your solo before you move? Honestly, it wouldn't hurt. Get the solo under your belt. Look at how freaking tall that building is, dude. That is nuts. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start the turn here. I'm pulling out some speed brake to help us slow down. Go ahead and pull to 180 knots. We'll go flaps 1. Well, if you're moving to Dubai, Emirates, because I think Emirates will also help fund your flight training. I think they have a pretty good program for it, if I recall correctly. All right, VREF 130, V approach is going to be 135. Go ahead and go flaps 5. Pull our speed back to match. And kind of pull up our descent rate here. Let's go ahead and start another right-hand turn. Do like 040 for now. 2,500 check. When am I hopping off? I'm hopping off after this flight. Once we get down on the ground. Gonna hop off and go to bed and get ready for work tomorrow. The working man blues. What's the time where I'm at? It is 1:13 a.m. here. Alright, we'll go flaps 15. Pull our speed back to match. 6:13 p.m. there. It's not very late at all. If I lived there, I would still be at work. I don't get off till 8. Let's go 075 on the heading. This should be a good intercept course. We'll go ahead and arm the localizer. $2:30. Man, I'm hoping I can fall asleep before 2:33 a.m. Usually I get in bed and I just can't fall asleep. Alright, it's got the localizer, it's got the glide slope, so that should be good. It's going to start us descending down. We're overshooting the localizer, but that's alright. That's what's happened to you, I'm sorry. Speak from experience, I can definitely relate to that. It is not fun. Oh, you freaking overshot so far that you can't re-intercept? Are you kidding me? That's a thing? I had no idea that was a thing. I'm glad I know that now. Let's go ahead and go gear down. The most professional landing you've ever seen, right?
1,000.
Gonna hold at 1,000 for now. Go ahead and pull back to our V approach, 135. We'll go ahead and go flaps 30. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and take control. What the hell are you doing? Good Lord, plane. You know, 787, I was going to give you a raving review, but you're kind of all over the place at the moment. Okay. Back on the flight director. Put the HUD, the plane and the HUD in the circle. There we go. Nice to see the HUD is not lined up.
500.
You know what? It's alright. We recovered it. We can see the runway now. It's got to bleed some speed. Bleed some altitude. We're fine.
Minimum.
Continue. Stabilized. Thank God. And we're down. Full reverse. Reverser's green. And we're decelling. Was a little hairy of a landing. Could be worse though. There's 60 knots. We'll bring the reversers out. Plane won't turn. It's so annoying. I feel that. Every once in a while, there's just issues that come up. Especially with the default planes in MSFS. Seems like there's so many issues. Like, why are you still going full throttle? Okay. Speed brakes in, flaps up. Let's get rid of this HUD. I don't think I'm going to use that again. Where do we want to park? Yeah. I think we need to go to the other side of the airport to park. I pulled off to the wrong side, but we'll take this taxiway. It's November 7. We'll cut across. We're over at like cargo ramps and stuff, hangars. We'll see whereabouts the plane actually parked. So we need to get across. We'll make a right-hand turn. We have to go all the way up to Concourse D. Throttle does not work. You land the 747, it'll reverse thrust at like 1000% and then stops immediately. Yeah. The default planes have all sorts of problems. With the latest update, they really like, I say all sorts of problems. There's still problems, but they drastically improved the 747 and the 787. But there's still problems. They're not perfect by any means. Like as you just saw, the HUD wasn't lined up with the threshold of the runway at all, and it should have been. The center point of that HUD should have been right at the threshold. What is happening over here? Oh boy. Okay. I love VATSIM. Wouldn't be VATSIM if some sketchy shit didn't happen. So I'm not even gonna bother with GSX until we get to the gate. Or the stand, I guess, since we're not in the US. This is handcrafted Dubai scenery. It looks pretty good, honestly. The jetways are going through... The jetways are not in the right place. Jetways are going through these buildings, which is kind of weird. I'm not following the yellow line at all. Awesome. Do I work in aviation as my day job? I do not. Aviation is quite a competitive industry. And it's not a very stable industry at all either. I'd like to work in aviation. But fresh out of college, I don't have experience. So experience is key when you're trying to get into jobs like that. And of course, I wouldn't be a pilot because I'm not a pilot IRL, so... But, I'd love to work in aviation. There's not many... Along with that, there's not many aviation opportunities where I live either. So I'd probably have to relocate to a major city like Atlanta or Dallas or Chicago or New York, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, something like that. Where am I located? I'm in the Kansas City area. The Missouri side of Kansas City. Used to be a pretty major aviation town back in the old days, the golden age of aviation, but our local airline, TWA, doesn't exist anymore, so... We'll pull into the stand here. I'm talking like back in the days. I'm talking like the 1950s, 60s. Like way back. That'll work. All right, we'll park it up there. Parking brake on. Taxi lights off. Runway turn-offs off. The APU's on, so we'll shut her down. If I can find the click spot. Still don't know that much about aviation. It's super interesting stuff. I love aviation. One of the things I want to accomplish with streaming Flight Sim is talk about aviation for 4 hours every stream. Where should you start getting into aviation? A good place is YouTube. Just whatever you're interested in, YouTube it. And you'll find yourself going down a rabbit hole. I end up with YouTube. I end up on YouTube and rabbit holes all the time. But there we go. Only one flight today, but it was a little longer of a flight. So hope you all enjoyed it. Love your streams. Hey, thanks for hanging out. You don't have to make it to every stream. I just appreciate you being here when you can. I appreciate it. Been YouTubing a lot about how to become a pilot. It's difficult. If you live in the US, it's expensive. But there's ways to go about it. Just none of them work for me. I'd love to be a pilot, but none of the ways that you can go about it really work for me. You have to tune in more. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. I said, this is just a fun hobby for me, but it is awesome that other people are also into this fun hobby, and it does mean a lot that I get to sit here and fly a plane and you all hang out. It does. I thoroughly enjoy this. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night there. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching and hanging out. This channel's growing and I'm enjoying it. So should be a new video out Monday, another full flight video, edited down, chopped down. So if you're into those, it's coming out Monday. If not, I will catch you all next Thursday when I'm live again. So stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you all later.